Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's lunchtime with the Habit Master. I'm your host, Dr. Stephanie Aldrich, and I help people change their bad habits. When you change your habits, you change your life. Today is Famous Friday, and what I thought I'd talk about is a certain person that we all know, Mr. 10X himself, Mr. Grant Cardone. If you don't know about Grant Cardone or who he is, basically he is a sales guy that has multiple companies that teach other companies how to sell their products to, business to business and consumers. But what he's done is he has used the money from those businesses to invest in multifamily real estate. And he has built his portfolio up to over $1.4 billion, with a B, capital B, billion dollars worth of assets. This is a man that I myself have learned from, and also I invest part of my money in his real estate. And I feel fortunate enough that he is allowing other people, the outside public, to invest with him into these humongous 3, 4, 5, 600 unit buildings. So anyway, I wanted to talk about, because it's Friday and I always look at what people, maybe they're famous, maybe they're just wealthy, maybe they're successful, maybe they're athletic, whatever. What habits do they have that you and I can kind of think and maybe tweak to get better results in our own lives? And that's what this whole channel is all about. So anyway, if you need help learning how to change your habits, click on the link below. It'll be in the description. It's called the Habit Formula Book. Go to thehabitformulabook.com and grab yourself a free copy, okay? And it'll help you by doing the exercises in the back of each chapter. It'll help you learn what kind of goal you want to hit in the year 2020 coming up, and it'll help you get there. If you tweak and revise a little bit of the routines that you do, your daily thoughts, your daily habits, you can totally get there in 2020. Okay? So we got 5 habits that Mr. 10X himself has developed over the years and that has helped to make him a multi-millionaire success. The first one, and it's something that you gotta either have or you don't have, don't really learn, but you can really tap into, is an inner drive. It's your ambition. It is your want to get yourself out there, to get your product or service out there if you're a small business owner, and help other people. But it's also the inner drive to be a better person, to be in better shape, to learn different skill sets that can not only help you, but it can also help your family, it can help your community, your church, your other civic organizations that you're a part of. And this guy just has a drive. He is wealthy and probably can't spend all the money that he has earned, especially over the last few years. As he's acquiring all of this wealth through his real estate dealings and his multiple companies that he owns, right? So why does he keep working? I still see him doing a daily show on YouTube and Facebook. I still see him, traveling all over the world, meeting new people, doing seminars, writing more books and doing more things. The reason is he has that inner drive to be the best that he can be. And I know that's so cliche, right? You remember the Army commercial back in the day where it's be all you can be. But it really is true. Has he met his potential? And that's his big thing. He says that his duty is to be successful. Success is his duty. It's his obligation. Well, what about you and I? How proud would you feel if you could provide your family with a vacation, with a better community to live in, with the opportunity to explore the world, to travel, to maybe be educated in a way that can totally change the outcome that your family has had over the generations, right? I feel myself, I want to leave a legacy to my family. This is why I'm writing all of these books and all of these programs. I basically want to have my family have a roadmap to success, that all they have to do is read my material and then start implementing it. This is one major reason why Grant has been so successful over the years, is because he has that drive and ambition to be better. Everybody can be better. Even when you hit a certain successful level, you can always be better. You can always do more. You can always be more, right? You can always do better. Number 2, a big habit that he has is he thinks big. This is where the whole 10X thing has come from. He doesn't want you to think, you know what, 2020 is coming up and what's my goal? I want to be, I want to do 10% more. No, he wants you to 10 times it, okay? I want to do 100% more, okay? And you say, whoa, wait a minute, let's back up here. I think I can do 3% more, and now you're telling me my goal should be 100% more? Yeah, when you think 100% more, you're thinking 10 times what you're doing now. You start thinking in a whole different way, right? You're not thinking small, what I could do. As a small business owner myself, I just talked to a gentleman that wants to start another company and do digital advertising, right? Similar to what Frank Kern does, who's also involved with Grant Cardone. And we were talking, and it just kind of blew my mind that, oh my gosh, I've been holding my dental practice in a certain way. Now I'm just starting my consulting business in, a small thing. I'm thinking, okay, maybe next year I can hit this little bit of a notch more and this little bit of a notch more. And he just made me realize that in order for me to think 10 times, to think 100% growth in 1 year, I need more personnel. I need more customers. I need to advertise and brand myself so much more, 10 times the amount that I've been doing it, so that then I can get myself, my products and my service known, get out of obscurity and get myself out there into the world, right? Think big. When you think just little incremental steps, you don't necessarily, you might hit it, but think of if you went up a big step in a small amount of time. That's what he talks about. Bob Proctor also, one of the gentlemen that was in the movie The Secret, Bob Proctor, he's an awesome, awesome guy that also talks about mindset and how to set goals properly. His whole thing is think beyond what you've ever thought of, because let's say you hit 30% of that goal, or maybe you actually hit 100% of that goal and you say, oh my gosh, I just blew my own mind, and look at all the things that have changed in my life. Think about that, right? You want to set your goals clear up here, clear up past here. Because what if you set them down here and you only get this far? What if you set them up here and you actually get this far? You're going to be so far ahead of the game that it's going to make your head spin. So think big. Okay? Number 3 is the guy has confidence. We talked about this yesterday, so if you didn't watch my show yesterday, check it out on YouTube. It's all about confidence. He has self-confidence. And the reason that he has self-confidence is because he's gained experience that what he sets out to do, he may not get 100%. He may fail. He may have to try something else, but he always knows that he gets some type of results. And it's always something that he can build on for the future. Yes, he sounds like a cocky asshole sometimes, okay? And being a female, sometimes that puts me off a little bit. However, I know, being a real estate investor myself and investing with him and his company, I know that he knows what the hell he's talking about. And that's all about self-confidence and about striking your stuff and knowing for a fact that you know what you're talking about. So you have to project confidence if you want to build something that you never thought you could have. Start out with self-confidence. Know that, hey, I don't know exactly how to do this, but we're going to go for it, right? Because what else are you going to do? You're going to wait till you die? I mean, that's pretty boring. Why don't you see how far you can get? Number 4, he also understands, yes, you got to 10x your goals, but you do have to take small steps towards those goals. And that's okay, because once you lay the foundation here, then you can build here. Then you might jump up and build here. And then you might go this way, and then you might go that way, and you never know how far your pipeline's going to go, right? And that's something that I've learned myself. You have to still take little steps and do little goals along the way, but you never know how far you can go, and you should never limit yourself. So limitation of the possibilities is what keeps us in our comfort zone, and that's a bad habit to have. You want to do what Grant does, and that's build incrementally, but know that your target goes here and here and here and here, right? You never know where it's going to go. The last thing, which is the 5th habit that Grant Cardone has, that you and I can work on ourselves with and implement in our own lives, is he believes in scaling everything he does. And here's an example of that. So right here, I'm doing this, I'm doing a video live on Facebook, right? No editing, I'm in my kitchen, right? I'm just hanging out with you. I've got a piece of paper with some notes on it, like, 5 things here. What am I gonna do with that? I'm gonna scale this little bit of time that I'm spending with you here today. I'm gonna turn it into a YouTube video, okay? And that'll only take me a few minutes to do. I'm gonna edit it and take a couple highlights, throw it on Instagram, okay? Maybe a picture. I'm gonna use this for, maybe some kind of written thing. Anything he does, he loves to scale it and multi-purpose it. And you and I can do that too, okay? With any product or service that we do, we can scale our time, meaning we need to eliminate things that take time so that we can go out into the marketplace and sell more products, sell more services to our customers and potential customers, right? We don't necessarily have to clean our own house. We can hire somebody to do that, mow the lawn, do things that take up time that we can then use that time and be actually productive. So to scale anything, your business, your family life, money, relationships, anything, you have to get rid of things that don't go towards that goal. Whatever it is, the relationship, the getting into shape, whatever. You have to make sure that the most time that you're spending is going towards the goal. And that's how you scale things. That's how you build. So you do it incrementally, and then you hit that target, and then you build that foundation, right? And then you learn how to be even more effective and productive by scaling. And those are 5 things that I know I've learned and picked up just by following Grant Cardone over the past few years. So I hope this has helped everybody today. It's Friday, the weekend's coming up. We're getting closer and closer to the holidays. And I really want you guys to start thinking about, the New Year's coming up. It's going to be 2020. Everybody's getting older. Everybody's getting hopefully wiser. But I want you to start focusing on things that you can eliminate and things that can help you to be more productive, to be healthier, whatever goal you want to hit in 2020. Now's the time to start prepping for that, because 2020 is only a few weeks away. And if you keep waiting until New Year's Eve or whatever, you're gonna be drinking and hanging out with your buddies, and you're gonna totally forget about it, and you're never gonna actually set yourself up for success. And 2020 will be exactly the same as 2019. And what kind of life is that if you're not progressing, if you're not getting better, if you're not being more productive? Why even be around, right? That's what life is about. So I hope this helps everybody today. Make sure you check us out on iTunes and Spotify. Look for the Lunchtime with the Habit Master episodes so you don't miss anything. And then also go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok. And make sure you check us out on those other platforms. That's it for me today. Thanks for watching, and let's build good habits together. See you guys later.
Want more money? Want to get into shape? Want a loving relationship? Okay, so why don't you have these things right now? The answer is habits. Your habitual behavior and thoughts are keeping you stuck right where you are. So how to get past your habits? You've got to open your routine to different thoughts and actions. When you do this, you start to get different results. It really is that simple. But most people don't stick with the changes long enough to benefit from the results. This is where the habit formula comes into place. The habit formula looks at the origin of habits and how they form. Then it takes the next step in showing you how to hang in there long enough to see the results you want. Want to learn more? Go to thehabitformulabook.com and grab your free copy. That's right, it's free. Go to thehabitformulabook.com. Find out how hundreds of other people around the world have used the habit formula to get the results they want. You don't need to be Einstein to figure this out. Go to thehabitformulabook.com today.